Ladies and gentlemen and everyone in between, you are right now calling it to me, Ringdalen, and it's finally the week we have all been waiting on. It's the final week of the season for Eurovision 2017, and I got to ask you, how you doing? I just want to quickly explain a few things. I have not uploaded that much on this channel since Melodi Grand Prix. A reason for that is that I felt it was, in a way, a good ending to my continuously and rapid uploads. I felt like I had hit much a high point, and I wanted to just take a little break because I had spent so much time making videos, and then I started to not have that much time to make videos. But that does not mean I haven't been invested in everything that's been going on. Everything from the rehearsals to the edits of the songs to what NRK did to put Joust, in a favorable position to actually now let Joust have their song as it was, meant to be. Also in the drama with Russia and all the interviews and everything right now going on in the Eurovillage, the Euroclub, the press center, and of course on the stage inside of the arena. I have actually made around 10 videos which are not published because it either took too long to make, and when it was done it was no longer really relevant, to videos that I felt I needed to record more to, and then it was no longer really relevant. But there is one video I can show you, and I will actually show you throughout this video, which was me singing with noise cancelling headphones. Oh man. But you might be wondering, if you haven't really read the title, what is this video about? Well, it's about my personal top 10 going into the first semi-final of Eurovision 2017. This is based on everything from how I feel they are vocally, to how I feel like the staging looks from what I have personally seen, to how much I love the songs. Yes, I'm going to both look at, okay, what's the best quality-wise, but what's the best from my heart. So the mind and the heart are both going to be in action when I make my list. And I think we should just start. I think we should just start here, and I'm gonna give some rapid reasons to why I put them where they are. So my number 10 is the song from Australia called Don't Come Easy. Don't come easy, don't come cheap. Been learned too many times to love easily. Don't mistake me, my love runs deep, but it don't come easy. This song is a nice song, and I think he is very good vocally. I do, however, feel like him being the third in the semi-final after Sweden as number 1, when they have such similar shows, it kind of has the feeling of Russia and Iceland from last year, where Russia has a big spectacle and a huge show, maybe the greatest Eurovision show of all time, and then Iceland comes and they have a great storytelling and they use the whole staging very well, but it doesn't make it through because it seems like a cheaper version of what was earlier. I think that they're right now a borderline qualifier. It's the weakest entry from Australia too, but that does not mean it's bad by any means. No, when it comes on, I sing along to it, I like it, and I do think that they deserve to go through with this song. I think a song like Don't Come Easy is needed in the final. And speaking of needed in the final, there I also feel that we need Azerbaijan with the song Skeletons. Extreme. Never take the sea. Never try to dead me. Never way family. I'm a skeleton, I'm gonna cover the Satan boy. Black boy, I'm an outside shitty, yeah. From what I have seen is Skeletons the craziest show of them all. On the level of Austria, they also have a very, very fun show. But Azerbaijan, it has this creepy and mysterious vibe to it. They have this horse which could either be like the meme horse or it can actually be like a very dangerous horse. It's more of a, like a chess horse. So let's see if that game can let them into the final. But I do think that Azerbaijan, when it comes to my personal preference, that they are either hit or miss. Very often they hit, and this year they are a hit too. It's not as good as the past 2 entries, but it's definitely something that I will not skip when it comes on, and it's something that I will be rooting for when it comes on Tuesday in the first semi-final. Also in the first semi-final we have more interesting stagings. Latvia, for example, they are my number 8 with the song Line.
We draw the line. Tell me baby, will we draw the line? Tell me baby, will we draw the line? Tell me.
This is a song that is very much better when it is on stage. When we were in the national final, it was a lot better than listening to the version later on Spotify and on YouTube. It's better when it is live than when it is in a studio, and I can't imagine how it's going to be in a huge stadium like the Eurovision stadium. So I do wish them the best, and I also think that they have one of the more interesting songs this year, which is needed. Many of the songs just feel the same, so having something that's out of the ordinary and actually crosses the line, you see it's going to be something that I think will appeal to many of the voters. And it also has the perfect spot, being number 18. It's memorable, it's fun. But I actually put the song that's number 17 above it, which is Slovenia with On My Way.
Never gonna cry. World is going out tonight. Let me all be alright. Light is going tonight.
Many do not like this. Many say that this is the most dated entry. But who says that a dated entry isn't good? I think that this gets a lot of unnecessary negativity towards it. I feel like this is kind of like a Disney evil ballad, which either the villain sings or the hero that you aren't really that interested in. This is so far out of those I've talked about, the one I like to sing the most. Like, I have fun singing this because I think that this is a song that has so many emotions with it, and it also has a different flavor and a different feeling than the other ballads, which is very good. I think that many of the ballads follow the same pattern, but here we have a song that just, well, the pattern, yeah, screw the pattern. We could just go here and we just do this over the top, kind of funny ballad, which doesn't take itself too seriously, but it kind of looks like it. I hope that this will make it through. Slovenia deserves it, in my opinion. They are never really one of the favorites, so just to have them in the final would be like a nice change. And I also think that although they might get last place in the final, having them in the final is something that I would like. Let's go Slovenia! But also, not just let's go Slovenia, let's go out to outer space, to the most interesting and fun country in Eurovision, which is Montenegro.
Rocking to the stars. I have my suit on. Don't need to worry. Give me your body. Let's write a story.
Montenegro. I feel like just dancing. You know, it's one of my favorite party anthems. I hope it makes it through. It would be my 3rd place overall if I was ranking these in terms of what I like the most, which song I like the most. But here it's number 6 because I think that it's not as good vocally as the others on this list. And I also think that the staging is just a mess. It has to be a mess. This song really needs a messy staging, but they could have done more than just here falling and all that. Making a lasso and dancing around and moving and touching himself. They could have done more, and they could maybe have even borrowed something from the whole Love Yourself thing with Gunther and his sons from the UMK. Just something different, something to keep it interesting. Of course, I haven't seen the whole thing, so maybe they have a crazy final minute, but I am not really sure what their plans are, except for running around and doing all this. We are now going to my number 5, which is Albania with the song World.
What they're fighting for? What's the cost of life in this world? Almost impossible when that's the life.
Lindita was one of my favorites early on in the contest. She still is one of my favorites. I think this would be my 4th place based on just the song. And it's because, you know, this is something I really like. I wasn't a fan of the English version at all in the beginning, but now I'm starting to like it more and more. I heard her sing it live, you know, through the video jams and all that. So there I've heard that, you know, this is still so great, so excellent, and she is maybe the best vocalist out of them all in this year's contest. She is charismatic, she is wonderful, the staging is weird as hell, but that's because it fits. It fits the song, it fits what's meant to be portrayed, and yeah, it's impossible for me to not like it. Speaking of impossible to not like it, yes, these segues are getting weaker and weaker, but a country that doesn't get weaker and weaker, well, that's Sweden. Yes, they can't go on to the final.
I just can't go on no more. You look this freaking beautiful. One hands down to the floor, my love. I'm doing whatever you want. I can't go on. I can't go
Sweden
on.
is owning this competition, and yeah, this is just going straight to the top. I was a big fan of this in Melodifestivalen, been now just a bigger fan of it afterwards, and I just think that this is a very good entry overall, and I think it's actually better than If I Were Sorry. So yeah. I think that Sweden here did a great job choosing their entry, although it was the 3rd place from the public. This is going to be top 3 from the jury, top 3 from the televote in the semi-final. It's not a winner by any means. It's probably a top 10 overall, but yeah, for all I know, maybe Sweden is going to win. It's a powerful and it's a big pop track. It's a very modern feeling to it, and it is going to be something that will reach and appeal to many different demographics. So I hope that they have kept it as similar as they could to how it was in the final in Melodifestivalen, and not as much as it was in the semi-final in Melodifestivalen. We are now going into the top 3, and my number 3 is Portugal.
Tell them,
This is a masterpiece, this is art, this is wonderful. This is maybe also a contender, or it is definitely a contender for being first in the semi-final. This is definitely also a top 10 entry in this year's contest. It's a beautiful ballad, it has a beautiful atmosphere, it has a beautiful way of conveying a message, and I just think that this is something you don't get tired of. I can listen to this so many times, and I think that the staging here is going to be so simple yet so wonderful, and it's going to benefit so much. And speaking of ballads, my number 2 is Finland. I'm blown away still by how amazing this is.
You sang when he was in my bed. You sang when my heart sang. Now you remind me of something I'll never have.
I talked there about Lindita maybe being the best, you know, vocally, but I think overall, and I'm serious right now, I think overall the best entry this year. Okay, someone doesn't agree. Well, I think overall that the best entry this year, and it's not in my top 10, but I still look at it as the best entry. It's Finland. I think Finland is the best entry this year. It's so beautiful, it's magnificent, it's incredible, it has so much going for it. Do I think it will win? No, I do not. I don't think it will win the semi-final, and I think it's borderline qualifying too. But I do think it's the best song, and I mean that. But my personal favorite, my personal best song is in the complete opposite spectrum. This is Moldova with Hey Mama, Hey Mama, Hey Mama,
Mama, don't be so.
She'll be back until sunrise.
Sunstroke project has yet again won me over. They might have actually had my favorite song in 2010, but it's crazy to say, but I think I'd like this like a million times more. I wasn't the biggest of fan in the beginning, but that was because the stage in Moldova was so small and I didn't really get the whole song. I didn't really feel it. Now I just adore it. I listen to it all the time. It's on repeat because I can't stop listening to this amazing song. I think this is far better than the 2010 entry, and I think that this is something that definitely has to make it. I think the jury will possibly put a, stop it, but I think the people will have it in its top 5 where it should be. So I'm hoping and I'm praying that please Europe, please juries, please everyone who has the ability to vote for Hey Mama. I think that we right here have an excellent party song. It's so fun, it's so modern, it's so, yeah, just catchy overall. I love the new, saxophone beat. I love the music video. I love their whole personality and everything from their interviews to what they did on the red carpet. Every single thing they do, I just think it's great. They travel all over the world, have a great time, and that's what life should be about. So yeah, I'm a huge fan. This is definitely a top 3 entry for me. Yes, it's, yeah, if you do not put Norway into the equation, since I am from Norway, this is top 3. Like, it's top 3, there's no question about it. I have had so much time to really get used to all the songs and listen to it, every single day, and just having a shuffle and all that. And I see that this is a song that I listen to the most, and it's because I love it. It's because I just adore it, and I didn't give it as much time as I should have given it when it first came out. But now I'm making up for lost time, and yeah, just non-stop listening to it. It's great, it's fun, it's catchy, and it is my favorite from the first semi-final. Let me know who your favorite is, and yeah, I hope I see you in the next one. Have a wonderful day, a wonderful Eurovision week, and remember the 2 important words. Take care.